Hello guys and welcome, it is ThatSrb2DUDE here today bringing you yet another Splatoon 2 how-to video. Now, over a year ago, I had created this video called How to Get Into the Splatoon 2 Competitive Scene. Now, of course, that was a year ago, and I gotta say, currently, it's pretty outdated. So, today, I wanted to start basically a new series of how to get into the competitive scene, how to get into the general Splatoon scene. Going on forth, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to find your own teams, I guess all the best ways, how to find scrims and practice, how to be good teammates to your teammates. It sounds really weird to say, but pretty much it's going to be a series to help all newcomers that are looking to get into the Splatoon competitive scene. So I'm pretty much going to just walk you through everything you really need to know and everything that can help you become more accustomed to how the competitive scene works. So with this video, it's going to be pretty much an introduction of where you can look first. I'm going to straight up say Discord is pretty much the base of where the Splatoon 2 competitive scene is currently at. So introducing the Inkopolis Crosswalk. Now, first of all, shout outs to Brian, Sneck, Alice, Zeno, Pico, and Raze. You've done an amazing job with this. Basically, what the Inkopolis Crosswalk is a Splatoon 2 directory for everything. Everything you need, basically every single Discord server, website, social media that you need to know of or would want to follow if you want to be within the Splatoon 2 competitive scene or just the general community. Pretty much everything you need. So in this video, I'm basically going to be showing you, I guess, brief things of what you might need to know about this server, the things that you may want to join if you're a newcomer, if you're a competitive person, or if you're just a general person just wanting to get in within the community. So basically, with the Inkopolis Crosswalk, of course, you got all these channels. There's not too many channels of here because pretty much some of the channels have pretty much all the bulk for everything you really need. So that's all you really need to know. Of course, you have an about section that tells you pretty much all about the channels that are here. And if we go to the second channel, which is servers, this is basically a channel that's going to show you to pretty much the main Discord servers where everyone is at. Here's you got on the very top the newcomers essential. So this is more or less for the people that are wanting to get in the competitive scene, because most of these are competitive Splatoon 2 Discord servers. So we got starting off with the Academy, which is basically a Discord server that can help you become more within, I guess, the competitive scene. So if you need some help with certain things, like I need to get help with a certain weapon, so blasters, brellas. I mean, if you even go onto the server right here, you literally have channel categories for pretty much everything. So you have competitive discussion for Splatoon 2, Splatoon 1, tournament discussions, mechanics research, ranked modes as well, Splatoon tile control discussions, Rainmaker discussions, all that. Weapons discussions, of course, every single type of weapon, so long-range shooters, short-range shooters, spray weapons, semi-autos, blasters, brellas, brushes, charges, everything. Everything to do with competitive Splatoon is in this server in terms of, I guess, discussions-wise. So, you know, if you're wanting to talk to more people about competitive Splatoon, then I'm pretty sure they'll be glad to help you. You've even got places for looking for groups, if you want to play some other games, so on and so forth. The Academy is a great place if you're trying to get within the Splatoon competitive scene, and also it's a good place to find people to play with and all that type of stuff. Now, going back to the servers, at the very top, of course, the newcomers essential. So we've also got places for Splatoon recruitment and, you know, free agents and stuff like that. We also got a Splatoon 2 pickup scrim hub. If you guys didn't know what the term scrim meant, it means practice. So if basically if you've already got a team of 4 people and you're trying to find some other people to scrim with, then there's also a place for that. You also got this place known as the spawn pad, which is basically a coaching server. So if you're, I guess, a newcomer and you need some specific help on certain things, then the spawn pad is basically a place for that. I've actually advertised the server before, and we've got a lot of experienced competitive players that can help you further your skills and actually get better at competitive Splatoon. So this is definitely a great way to ask for help for anything. So if you're in need of help, then definitely hit up the spawn pad. You also got another growing community that's pretty active, the Rising Squids Lounge, which is pretty much the same as the Academy, so it doesn't hurt to go in there if you want some other people to talk to about competitive Splatoon and all that type of stuff, so I definitely suggest you go hit up this Rising Squid Lounge as well. Now, these 6 servers are great to have for a starting point if you're trying to get into the Splatoon 2 competitive scene. Now, if it's a thing where you're not exactly getting into the competitive scene, you may like to watch it as well, or you have some interest in some other, I guess, Splatoon 2 communities. So, on this channel as well, in the servers category, we also have some other great servers for you to check out. Now, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are familiar with Reddit or Reddit Splatoon. That is a place, so they actually have their own Discord server, so definitely, if you want to talk about things all about Splatoon, great place to join. Now, this one may look familiar because this is my server. Now, my server, of course, has quite a few things. Since I guess I'm one of the leading YouTubers for competitive Splatoon and stuff like that, the nice stuff at the Inkopolis Crosswalk decided to include my server as well, since it is quite a big community. So I guess talking about my own community as well, if you would like to talk about competitive Splatoon and stuff like that, if you want to keep up to date with my videos and streams, definitely a great server to be. Now, there are also some other things like find a team or a player, which I will discuss in another video, because I'm basically going to be sectioning off all these videos. This one is the introduction, just to show you pretty much everything you can find. Now, right under that server, you have the Squidboards Lounge, which is also a very popular Splatoon 2 community. Now, this is basically like a bit of both for competitive and for the casual audience. It is pretty much another base for talking about Splatoon 2 and all that type of stuff in terms of updates to the game and such. Now, right under that server, you have the Splatoon Discord, which is basically the same as the Squidboards Lounge. It's just another community for it. So if you'd like to talk about more Splatoon, great place to go as well. Now, right under the Splatoon server, you have a very notable one known as InkTV, which I highly recommend that you should join as well. InkTV is one of our many big tournament organizations that host a lot of weekday tournaments. Most popular one being Black and Spoon, or BNS. They get tournaments out very, very frequently, so if you're wanting to get within the tournament scene of things, InkTV is definitely a good place to be, so definitely join in this Discord server. I mean, pretty much I could scroll down all day for all these other Discord servers. I mean, you got a Splatoon 2 Discord server, a Salmon Run server, Captain Cuddlefish Brigade, I'm not really too sure what that is. I'm pretty sure that is like a single player server or something like that. Splatoon artists. A lot of people in the Splatoon 2 community make some great art of Inklings and stuff like that, so, you know, definitely a good place to hit up if you're, I guess, into art or wanting to share some art and stuff like that, so definitely hit up there. Switchverse, I'm not really too sure what this is, but I have the feeling that it may be not just Splatoon, so that is also there. The Ocean Ink Squids. This is actually an Australian community, so definitely if you're someone from Australia coming into the Splatoon 2 community, competitive or just casual, definitely hit up that place. Amazing place. There's already 1,300 people inside the server. So any of my Australian viewers, this is definitely a good place to be. Now, Endgame TV's Discord server is one that you really want to be in, because they are by far our biggest tournament organization and most popular one. So definitely, if you are into competitive Splatoon, wanting to get into the tournament scene, hit up their Discord server, because they do many of the major tournaments and LANs that happen mainly around in America. So highly recommend you joining this Discord server. Their link is a little bit different compared to the other ones, but there are a lot of people in this one that you would want to, I guess, join within. Now, pretty much that is all the main or biggest Discord servers that you would want to find yourself in. Going down from servers to websites, of course, you got some very, very known Splatoon 2 websites as well. Squidboards being the biggest. Of course, you got the Splatoon Reddit. Of course, you got the InkTV's website as well. They're responsible for doing a lot of news for the Splatoon competitive scene, so they do lots of like interviews and articles about the competitive players within the scene as well, so definitely nice to check out. You got loadout.inc, which now loadout.inc is basically a gear calculator. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know this, but basically with this you can pretty much put your gear into any place or make certain types of builds that you're wanting to, you know, make, and you have all the statistics that are shown here, so pretty much any type of piece of gear that you put on, the statistics tend to increase or decrease and stuff like that. So Definitely something that's really, really helpful. Of course, you got some other things like Inkopedia, which is a website that will pretty much tell you anything about Splatoon 2, weapon, sub-weapon, literally anything. So that's definitely worth looking at. Pretty much just scrolling down, you pretty much got a bunch of other things that are really resourceful for you. You can go on all day about it, but I don't want to bore you guys too much. Now, scrolling down into the next channel, you got the tournaments channel. I'm going to explain this a little bit more in depth in another video, because just to show you the certain wins that you want to be in if you're maybe starting out, if you're a lone person, if you're from a certain region, and stuff like that. The major tournaments that you might want to be in and stuff like that. Everything. I'm going to teach you all of that in a future video. Just know, in the Inkopolis Crosswalk, it is all there for you.
Now, the last thing I'm going to show you guys today is some Twitter accounts that you may want to follow, just so that you can keep up to date with everything happening with Splatoon and inside the community as well. So here we have some really big Twitters.
First of all, you got Splatoon Japan, which pretty much gives you every single update that happens for Splatoon. This is literally for the entirety of Splatoon, like this entire Splatoon community. There are over 1 million people already following this Twitter, so anything you need to know, any sort of news, Splatoon JP is what you want to follow. Of course, you got the Ink TV Twitter that you may want to follow. You got Endgame TVs that you may want to follow. You got the Squidboard's Twitter as well, so you can also follow that up. You got Inklead's Twitter, or Looty as well. Pretty much everything. You got a lot of different things that you can follow. Now, that is pretty much it, and it is all in this one Discord server known as the Inkopolis Crosswalk. Now, as I've said before, this server is active, so they do changes to the servers channel, websites channel, tournaments channel, and social medias channel. So maybe like if you're watching this video in like 6 months time, there have probably been some changes to some of the social media tournaments and websites and stuff like that. So just know that the Inkopolis Crosswalk is gonna be there to help you out and direct you to where you want to be within the Splatoon community. So solely since I am a Splatoon 2 competitive player, I am going to continue this series talking about more of the competitive sides of things. So that's going to be more onto the detailed things of looking for teams, how to be in a team, practice, tournaments, and all that type of stuff. So there is going to be some more videos on this talking about that. So if you guys are watching this and you are looking to be within more of the competitive scene, stay tuned to this series, as I'm going to bring out some more content on how you can further yourselves and become deeper within this. Now, with all that being said, please go into this Discord server, the Inkopolis Crosswalk. Link is going to be in the top of the description below. And pretty much that is going to be all for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, both in the description below. Do it for both if you're feeling generous. I hope this video helped you guys out, because I know for a fact, a lot of people have had trouble trying to get within the community and never really knew where to look. So if you're already in this community as well, please share this video out to anybody that you know that is wanting to get within the scene, Splatoon competitive, casual, anything. So honestly, with all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope this was informative, and I shall see you guys in a future video, and I shall see the competitive lot in the next one.